Alright, hello fellow viewers and welcome back to finally another Pokemon Ruby Live Shiny Only Challenge. This is the 5th episode, so to speak. And where did we last left off? This city. Graphiport City, which I'm not even sure what the English name is, but do we really need to know that? Wait, did if I remember correctly, you get the box for the Pokeblocks here. Isn't that it? Isn't that girl? Yeah, there we go. So might as well do that first. Then I'm gonna be able to use Pokeblocks later on this save file. Alright, so this is Route 110. Maybe also I'm gonna show a bit of my team that I have for now. So this one, Nikolaus Geweiher is just the Surskit, the German name for Surskit. Then Gustavo, the fried chicken, Zigzag, and Quartz Cuts. That's what we're working until now. And we left off last on this route. That is Route 110. Let's see. Did I get every shiny here? Okay, no Minun, no Wingull, Pluzzel I already have. Oh, hey there, Alex. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Shout out to my Patreon, Alex. I'm doing pretty good. It's very hot in Luxembourg, but otherwise I'm pretty good. And I'll also tell you, might as well tell you, tomorrow and Sunday I'm gonna go to flea market, so if I find the iPod you're looking for, then I'm gonna let you know. So I'm gonna go and check for that one. But coming back to the Route 110 shinies, looks like I've gotten them all. Alright. Got blocked here anyway, so what I do have to do is train my party a bit though, because they're pretty weak, as you can see. I mean, they're the same level as the wild ones, and usually I try to not do that because that's not really great, but as you can see, I'm not really doing a lot of damage here. It's Constitution Day today, celebrating all day, receiving presents from neighbors. Oh, okay. Constitution Day in Ukraine, that's pretty nice. So, what did you get as a present? Ah, there we go. Well, that was not a lot of leveling up, but let me just see. Because it has been a while, I think over a month since I last did this. Now I remember I need... Oh yeah, they are... The museum is full of Team Magma dudes. If you're playing Sapphire, it's full of Team Aqua people. And then I think I just need to go here. I do have the Devon wares. There we go. Give it to him, and then those guys show up and annoy us. Oh, hey there, Fiery Chameleon. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Another Patreon of mine, so shout out to the Fiery Chameleon. Oh, and remember, guys, the shinies that you want, be sure to send me a list of the shinies that you want, because you are eligible to get them. Oh geez, usually it's not like me when I that my Pokemon are underleveled, but let's just... It does have, it's a Numel, it has a 4 times the weakness to water. So let's do that. Use Bubble. Oh, okay, present from neighbor country, not the present people like. Oh, okay, that just flew completely over my head. Excuse me for that. Oh no, hopefully Wasn't anything too bad. At least if you are safe, that's the most important thing. Hey there, Ahmed. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Super warm here. And now basically the apartment that I'm renting is super old. And that means usually well, if I have the heat trapped in the apartment, then that's kind of problematic because I'm renting, so I'm not allowed to use or install a air conditioner. Unfortunately, and I'm haha, you sapped health and I have the ability that damages you. Oh well. What do I use against? They're all pretty weak actually. Well, let's try Nikolaus here. Level 9 still, yeah. I really need to train them. You're doing amazing, Ahmed. Then that is wonderful to hear. What is it that is so amazing? What happened in the world of Ahmed? Stupid magma grunts, actually they aren't stupid. Hoenn has too much water, to be honest. Well, both of them are kind of stupid because they are... It's not really smart trying to change the climate that much. But welcome back to the stream, Animator. Hopefully you're doing well. Go Primal Groudon, woo, yeah. That was a wonderful idea, wasn't it? As in, of course, sarcastically speaking. My Pokemon suck. I really need to go back. Petalburg Woods or somewhere else where the wild Pokemon are a couple of levels below 10. And then do some level up because, geez, look how weak they are. Come on, you can do it. Don't hurt yourself. Great. Just a little... oh, excuse me. I'm just a little scared and tired. Well, I would be terrified and just constantly exhausted if I were you. And you hurt yourself. Oh, that's not good. There are some big loud presents. Oof. But most annoying, there are scout drones. Air defense is working all day. Oh, no. And now, with the rise of the right in many European countries, kind of the problem is that they are starting to say, why should we help Ukraine? But then again, are they aware of the fact that if they break through Ukraine... Oh, I just flinched. Wonderful. There we go. But if they break through the Ukraine, then it's us next. And just ignoring the fact in this argument, let's say, that there's gonna be so many atrocities that will be committed. And I don't want another neighboring country to get invaded either. I mean, I don't want that at all. So hopefully, I mean, I keep saying it right, but that's all I can unfortunately do. I really hope that stops soon. Not very well, to be honest. No, that's not good to read. Broke down crying at work yesterday due to me seeing a starving dog that Oh, I would also break down crying. At least that's in your defense, it's a good indicator of you not being a psychopath because you have empathy, and that's a good thing. So I completely understand you. I also have huge empathy for animals, and especially dogs. I mean, there's just something about them, how they are very good at showing how they feel. And dogs are just really easy to read, and if you see a starving dog, that would also just break my heart. There we go, have that. Just going through the work, garbage bin collapsed onto the car parking, just laying there dying. Now I'm working in a few hours. I have to work very early tomorrow and I got no sleep, so I'm heavily considering calling in sick due to being in a horrible mental state since yesterday. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but if I were you, I would also call sick. Because mental stability should not be seen as a joke. It's not. And you are mentally unwell after what you've witnessed, which is absolutely understandable. I mean, I would probably say, hey, guys, I can't stream. I just saw that and I'm completely distraught. So, I hope that dog is doing okay. And I hope you are also doing better. Hopefully soon. Well, that poor dog, though. The question is, am I strong enough as in the levels? Well, let's just save here and then try. Primal Groudon used Desolate Land and evaporate the water in Hoenn. There's too much. No, I actually never thought that there was too much because the way, I mean, Surf is a good move in that gen. And oh jeez, do you have to paralyze me now? Jeez. And I'm kind of below the level as well. But yeah, I think the way Hoenn is... How do I say it? The way Hoenn is... The layout of Hoenn and the fact that Surf is easily... like, so many Pokemon in Hoenn can learn Surf. And you're gonna need it anyway, and it's a good move competitively. Usually that's an exception. HM moves kind of suck. But here, I mean, I never had that too much water problem. In the remakes, though, yeah, it's a bit more noticeable. Got employed at a mall, and the best part, I get paid $250 per month. Hey, you got your first employment job? Congratulations, Ahmed. I'm really happy for you. And $200 per month might not be a lot for some, but hopefully in your country it is. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, that was a crit. That's why it did so much damage there. I'm participating in one OSINT project and have a huge amount of data to search for and analyze. Oh, that sounds cool. Don't kill, don't kill. Oof. Jeez, that was very close. Good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke. You don't see me doing Nuzlocks, better not. We're making all the networks in the house to gigabit LAN and routers. Well, that's quite a extensive project, but that sounds really, really cool. Now I'm working in a few hours. I have to work very early. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, but I would definitely do that. Call in sick. I mean, I'm not you, and I'm not trying to come across as someone who tells others what to do, but I would definitely do that. Beware of your mental state, and just the act of working like that is also not really good. I think our culture is very toxic in that regard, that they just think, oh yeah, that's okay, and we should just accept that, and I don't think we should. So maybe get some rest. Maxi is more evil in German, to be honest. How? Can't wait for him to scream 9! Yeah, the dialogue is pretty much the same. Just the flavor text. Sometimes in German you got very interesting flavor text. Some sailors speak in German sailor speak speech. That is pretty funny. So usually the German translators do a good job at Nintendo, usually. Just had a weird episode of Energy Mania and now I'm crashing. Hey there, Kaiser comes in. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Jeez, my also shout out to Kaiser Kamazin, not a patron of mine. There's a lot of very unique energy in the chat. Some people are doing amazing, others are doing very bad, but I just wish the best for all of you. What I'll try to do is call off sick early as I can before the shift. Yeah, okay. Then I can see if I can negotiate for a Sunday shift instead, which is the next day instead. Gives me a day to rest up. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And usually you do need a couple of hours, and I would say an entire day to at least wind down and just relax. Hey there, Arch. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? The person above me is not saying hi, okay? He's saying hi. Or maybe, yeah, he's actually not saying hi. He's saying the German word for shark, which is hi. As in H-A-I. Yeah, I'm just stretching it here. Yeah, okay. You come here. I really need... First, I need some cash in this game. Just like in real life. And I need some experience. With $250 in Iraq, it's normal, but since most of what I'm going to use it on is buying consoles and games, some cool items, very happy with it. Yeah, that's the really cool part. If you're a teenager and you go to work, I remember my first time having a job, or the first teenage job, and then you could use that. It's not taxed, at least in Luxembourg. It's not taxed since you are a student. And you could just use that untaxed money for anything you want, because you don't have bills to pay, you don't have rent to pay, you don't have adult stuff to do. And that's pretty nice. I do remember that fondly. And I do have to say my my teenage years, or just my childhood in general really wasn't too great. But I do remember that fondly, so there's that. And using Absorbed is just pointless, Rosalia. You're just gonna... Oh, jeez. Everything paralyzes poor Schlupuk here. And I got Parahacks. Wonderful. Got RNG blessed today. Felt my nerves calling me to check in on a game. Got blessed with a 1 in 5,500 event with which my friends need. Oh, nice. So you just got that? Congrats. And you got a better... Whoa. Yeah, you deserve that. There we go. And you deserve that as well, Arch. Your luck there. Okay, this is a double battle. The twins, obviously, it's also a very simple way to convey double battles as in a game design way. I think they did a good job here. Alright, let's see. Well, he got Parahaxed, unfortunately. But let's just do this. Cool and a little expensive, at least important points should work without power for 20 to 25 hours. Yeah, that was going to be my next question, if that is gonna be a bit of a problem. Since, I mean, I don't know what kind you're using, but from my knowledge, at least if I remember that correctly, where I had to do with stuff like that, if it got interrupted at crucial points, then you had to start over again. But then again, maybe I'm not remembering things correctly. Burger? Yes, burger, indeed. I'm crashing, low energy, I'm just doing fine, just ran out of energy, that's all. I mean, I didn't really do a lot of bodily work today, and yet I'm also pretty low energy. It's just... It's the heat today, at least in Luxembourg. It's really warm. Shout out to Arch for being your host. Yes, and shout out, what was it again, Animator? Shout out to Oxygen for being breathable or something like that. Beast Churger. Oh, that only... I thought that attack was a double thing, but apparently it wasn't. Searching how to build small PC to store area like NAS but with OS. Maybe ARM based like Raspberry Pi. Have no idea, never was interested in it. Oh, I once wanted to get into that ARM thing with a Raspberry Pi, but I never got around to getting a Raspberry Pi, and so I never started with that. There's 9 people watching. Jeebus, nice, yeah. At least it says 5 now, but I do know that this concurrent viewers thing is very sus. I mean, more often than not, it's wrong. I don't know why, but not that that matters. What matters most is that we have fun. Does anyone know if the Q-Charm glitch works on Pokemon Platinum? Yes, it does. And I'm gonna use that exact same glitch for easy shinies, as in I wanted to do a platinum playthrough, but shiny only, just like I'm doing here. So I'm not only allowed to use shinies, and not not only can I use RNG manipulation then, but I'll also use the Q-Charm glitch. So I'll be going for a trainer ID, secret ID that will give me the Q-Charm glitch. Because there's, oh boy, don't, okay. There's ways of getting one like that, and that will be very fun. So even more shinies, so many shinies, so many, I mean, we're gonna drown in shinies basically. Sending you some jewels of energy. Even, bro even gave the unit. How kind of him. Definitely just ADHD doing what it does best, giving me insane energy and then crashing. Oh, my husband has that as well, that he says internally he's a very revved up engine, and then externally he's tired, and he says it's very hard to explain if you don't have ADHD. But I think I do understand how that feels like. I mean, I don't have it. Oh, he's saying, I think he's saying that in every language, but his rod wire got entangled and now he's angry. Oh well. You really think you're gonna win with a Magikarp using Splash? Just realized I haven't sent a in a while. Oh yeah, you haven't. And now I think you're starting something again. If we have the people in the chat who usually always spam that, which I don't really mind, then I know what we're gonna have. Oh geez, that's a lot of damage. But what do you expect? It's a Magikarp. If the Q-Charm glitch does work, shiny Giratina time. Unfortunately, Giratina is genderless, so the Q-Charm glitch does not work on it. If I understood it correctly, for the Q-Charm glitch to work, it definitely is needed that the wild Pokemon has a gender, but I could be wrong. Haha, your attack missed. Feels like just drank 15 coffees, oh jeez. Unfortunately, Nicolos doesn't have any, no, doesn't have any ground type move that would be good to have. The most rarest thing I own as Pokemon is a very, very tiny brick of Groudon's ground skin. Or something. Just one brick. There was a French viewer recently in one of my streams, and I asked him, because in French, cement is called goudron, and it's almost spelled the same as groudon, just the placement of the R, of the letter R, is different. And I asked him, does he also say groudon, like goudron? And he does, and that was pretty funny. Oh, you can use tackle. Oh, geez. You do 2 HP of damage. Look out, everyone. There's a Magikarp here. Or maybe I should stop talking smack about the Magikarp because it's... Ah, finally. Technically, Satan is male. Yeah, should be... You're right, though. Should be male in that regard if you go by the Christian pantheon or canon or whatever you want to call it. Theology. So Q-Charm glitch does work. Oh yeah, I don't think any... I mean, he is known to be very charming, so... Oh no, I feel the double 0.3 returning. It is returning. It already has returned. Kaiser comes in. Oh no, that angling guy, that fishing guy is even more angry. Isn't there an item? Here? No, I always check. It's just, if you've... It's the brain rot that you get when you play Pokemon for over 20 years, and you just, at one point, just like what I did now, trying to get on the bike, even though I don't even have the bike yet. At least not on this save file. That's the next town that we're gonna head towards too. Never asked myself if I have ADHD, but I have a feeling I have it, but I believe I don't. Can't trust internet test. Yeah, don't trust an internet test. You definitely need a diagnosis from a professional. You see, I did it again, hitting the X button in the vain hope that I have a bike, and I don't. Well, let's do this, why not? I always like this guy, with his weird, quirky little puzzles that he has in his own house, which that's definitely... Gotta give it to him, that's dedication, right? So let's go. And it's a cut puzzle, so if you don't have cut, you can't really go through it. I'm just gonna cut every single tree here. If you really want to know if you have ADHD, there's always the possibility of getting a diagnosis. I'm not a fan of people self-diagnosing because I know that's a very hotly debated topic online, but I'm not a fan of self-diagnosis, and here's why. Because I had to deal with people. I mean, I am autistic and I have an official diagnosis. I have that since I was a toddler. Because my mom... Oh, hey there. You have a very far... Jeez. Hey there, Real Saki X. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, I had to deal with quite a lot of people who said, oh yeah, I have it, and they didn't. And then they use that as an excuse. Oh yeah, I'm rude because I'm autistic. That's not how it works, by the way. And poor thing gets paralyzed so much during this playthrough. What's happening? That Oddish needs to get punished. But yeah, I mean, you can basically give yourself any diagnosis if you want to. I don't take self-diagnosis seriously. I know that's a hotly debated topic, but I do stand by my opinion. Because then anyone can diagnose themselves with anything. Yeah, just as Kaiser Kamazin says. I feel like in Pokemon, if you get off guard too quickly, since when the hell can you put Satan or pet Satan and he's happy and he rolls around like a child or whatever. I gave him beans and not marshmallows, but muffins, and he really liked that, so you can do that with Giratina in this game. Yeah, you're welcome for the advice, but I always say that I really don't take self-diagnosis as seriously because, I mean, that's not your job and you can't really do it because you really need a lot of professional knowledge in a certain aspect in order to be able to diagnose. There are very few exceptions. Like I think I could viably diagnose narcissists, but that's because they all share one brain cell and they're very obvious once you see the signs. But still, I'm not doing that. And you fall in love with a kitty cat. Okay. Poor Slowpoke, and you're paralyzed. Oh, jeez. Now let's just get Gustavo to clean up. If you believe in self-diagnosis, then you are being stupid. That's my humble opinion as someone going in the medical field. Oh, I've had to delete that Reddit post on a autism subreddit. Because I said, well, you can't just go around self-diagnosing yourself. And then they were really angry at me. Like, as if I committed something horrible. But that's, some people can't afford therapy. Yeah, I know, and that's unfair. And I wish it was different, but that still doesn't make it right to just say, oh yeah, I diagnosed myself with X and you just have to be okay with that. No, that's not how it works. Even if getting professional help, especially as it appears to be the case in the US, is very costly. But still, I mean, the one wrong doesn't justify another wrong, right? And what other moves do I have? Jeez, my team really sucks when it comes to just battling. Thank you, I'm doing well. Life's been stressful, but that's how it works. Yeah, that's really how it works, isn't it? I have every phobia known to man. Oh well, jeez, I diagnosed myself. Oh yeah, that's like saying, oh, I diagnosed myself with a super high IQ, and now you just have to believe me, like every single thing that I say. You just have to believe me because I diagnosed myself. I punch people all the time because I've violent phobia. Okay, very creative inputs you get there. Anyone know the gender ratio for Skitty? Type in chat, please. I think that's my guess now. 87.5% female and the rest male. I think that's it, but I could be wrong. But I think it's more likely to be male if I'm not mistaken. Which is also kind of weird if you think about it. But there are animals in the wild that actually have a gender bias where more males or more females are born. It's not always 50-50. And even in humans, I found a lot of studies saying that it apparently depends on the stress levels of the woman sometimes. Like, there's definitely evidence to support the fact that in war, like situations like war or just famines, really bad times to be around, women apparently tend to give birth more to males. And if it's during times where everything is pretty good, they tend to give more birth to females. Which I was really skeptical when I first heard that. But it's multifaceted. Of course, the woman can only have an X chromosome. So it's up to the sperm of the male, which can either be Y or X, to determine the gender. But what these studies were basically claiming was that during war times, apparently the female body tends to I know this is morbid again, but here we are. Those are my streams, right? Basically, they said that the female fetuses were more likely to end in a miscarriage if the woman was very stressed, or like in a times of war or something like that, and that is the reason why that's happening, apparently. I was very skeptical of that, but seems to be the case. Couldn't believe it. I'm a human. Well, you can't believe you're a human? I mean, in a way, yes. If I have to say, be really nerdy again, am I the only one who does that? I don't think so. You know, just the odds of me being alive, at like just these numbers, like every single one of my ancestors had to first survive, and then as well, you know, create offspring, procreate. And then just the fact that all that, I'm just a chain of billions of humans doing that. And not just humans, also my super ancient ancestors who weren't even Homo sapiens. Or even if you go millions of years or maybe billions of years into the past, they weren't anything like what I am today. And just the odds of me existing are just so astronomically small. And then not just me existing, but I just happen to be born into a body of a animal that is cognizant of its own existence. I don't know, that's really screws with me sometimes. It's just, sometimes I think to myself, I can't believe that happened. So sometimes I actually don't believe I'm a human. Not that I don't believe it, but I'm just like, wow, what are the odds? And yet I'm here. And now I'm streaming a game. The universe is really weird sometimes. Could have been a butterfly, could have been an alien on some other planet or wherever the hell aliens can exist. Right, who says it has to be a planet? They could be on neutron stars or anything else for all that we know. Some very specific physics. Like, it doesn't have to be complex carbon-based life. But yeah, that is definitely something, a random thought that you just get at 4 a.m. in the morning, and it still baffles me, I really have to say that. So that's the story of what scares me, I guess. And I get a rare candy, alright. I always like going back to his little dungeons. And then he just inexplicably vanishes. Standard anime stuff. For a long time I believe I'm a tomato soup in an old rust bucket, and now I found out I'm human. Wow, that has to be some kind of trip, Amit. My friend says he's diagnosed with ligma. Okay. Oh no, is it terminal ligma? My condolences. He has to go to a professional to get that healed. And if it's very good, he'll become a sigma. The doctor just has to switch the first letter, you know. What happens if I put a fork in the toaster while it's on? Yeah, you better not do that. I can tell you what happens. You'll get a shock that might either hurt you or, in the worst case, you know, end your life, end your existence. Oh wait, I know what's coming. This is a rival fight is coming up, and that's a rival fight that's notorious for being really hard, especially among speedrunners. So I'm definitely gonna train before I go there. I do know the Pokemon Slugma, yes. I even have it as a shiny, multiple times in fact. Alright, let's use yawn again because it's working out for me. Knowing symptoms of any disorder, brain can simulate any feelings and symptoms. Oh, the nocebo effect. That's something really scary, isn't it? Many medical students can find symptoms of diseases they are studying. That specific thing, how our brain works. Yeah, and it is indeed very scary if you think about it. Oh yeah, you are a tomato soup in an old rusty bucket. I can't say I've heard that one before, but yeah, why not? Kaiser, what happens if I put a fork in a toaster? Don't. You don't need to be a doctor to know what's happening then. Definitely not. Are we really cognizant of our own existence? What does it mean to be cognizant? Let's get philosophical. Oh, that's an excellent question. I think, well, what I know from animal studies and just observing animal behavior, I definitely am of the opinion that a lot of animals kind of, I think they do know that they are something, and they are probably also kind of spooked that they just, you know, it's been billions of years of nothing and then you just suddenly get born and you exist and you have consciousness. Especially the smarter animals like chimpanzees, bonobos, killer whales, ravens, corvids in general. Maybe some octopi because they're also very intelligent. I think they kind of... Are they cognizant or are they... Yeah, what's the difference between being cognizant and being sapient? I mean, sapient, I would say humans are sapient. But cognizant, I would say even... That was the point that I was trying to arrive at. No, can you stop with that annoying dirt thing? There we go. I think a lot, or if not most animals are cognizant. At least to me, being cognizant is being just the sensory input, being aware of that. I would differentiate it that way. You'll die, animator. Yeah, you will not be cognizant anymore if that helps. Get electrocuted and die. Yeah. If it's not plugged in, nothing will happen. Well, I'd still not do it. Even I would be I'd definitely be. Oh, I got paralyzed again. Poor Nikolaus. And that is taking me forever, so never mind. But yeah, I wouldn't even do it if it wasn't plugged in. My brain is very good at giving me images of what could possibly happen, even though they might not happen. But yeah, my brain unfortunately always wins with that. Being a dramatic overthinker is not something that you want to be. Definitely not. And we've beaten a random teenager. Okay, when I just say it out loud like this, it sounds really wrong. Oh, hey there, James. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I mean, you didn't really miss anything in that regard. For now, I'm kind of advancing the story. Oh, I don't want to go up because she's there, or at least in my case, he's there. The rival. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of progressing the game. All the shinies that I can get on this route I already have. And I think I might go back and train for a bit. At least let's see. Oh, I can... Yeah, there's a Wingull here, but for some reason I cannot get a Wingull here with RNG manipulation. Sometimes it's just dependent on what encounter slots you get as shinies. Your insides will be literally cooked and you'll know. That's just something very gruesome to think about. Jeez. I mean, stupid, and don't do the same stupid things as I do, or did. Sometimes I get morbidly curious, and my brain thought it would be a wonderful idea to look up how electrocution, like how that looks like. And then, well, I saw that and you don't want to see it. You really don't want to see it. You're gonna head out, might be back if work is slow. Alright, thank you for stopping by, not stepping by, wrong letter there. And have fun at work. I have an interesting example. My friend, she's a psychologist. Oh yeah, I always ask psychologists what they are talking, like what their opinions are. Or psychiatrists or neurologists. They usually have some really nice insight. 8 years practicing, and she was studying panic disorders from a guy that gives a lot of examples of panic attacks because of fear to go crazy. And 8 years after studying that, this information was doing something in her brain, and now, after 8 years, she realizes she has that fear but was ignoring it all the time. Oh no. Yeah, that's why I maybe have to pay attention all the morbid things that I sometimes read. Like, why am I doing this to myself? She was afraid to become something like her clients, that's why supervision is very important. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now with therapy, but also just healthy introspection and journaling. That's what I'm doing, and it definitely helps. And I've already stopped myself from doing very unhealthy patterns. And I just saw that... Oh... Arch just blocked I was just about to say, hey there, Christopher, but, yeah, it was Jesus posting, which isn't too much of a problem. I mean, he's not gonna convince me, to be honest, but, looks like he has been silenced. Guys, I threw a fork at the toaster while plugged in. It exploded, damaged many things around the kitchen, and made a hole in the fridge. Got a minor injury, and my brother came to check what happened. Cool story, bro. Well, I told you not to do that, and others here did the same thing. And talked with my parent. But yeah, it's definitely, oh geez, no, that's just... Do I really have to... What's his team again? I think they are like high level... in their high 20s, which will own me, definitely. So I'm gonna train a bit. Now that I have this move, which is stab, that does do more damage. Ooh, okay. Never mind, your defense is a bit better than expected. You don't know where the fork went? I think it might have traveled to another universe. You got lucky there, animator, definitely. Was it a spam bot? I don't know, like... I'm nothing against Christians, but sometimes Christians really spam that, and I could not, for the love of everything, distinguish them if they are spam bot or just very devout Christian. Do not let me catch anyone lacking in Omni's stream spray. I'm gonna fix it in a few minutes and then you're gonna do it again. You're living life on the rough side, aren't you? That's a very specific thing though to be doing. That dude has no subs, no videos, no comments, anything. New user. Very interesting that he somehow found my video, but then again, bots just go to whatever the heck they find and then they do what bots do. Okay, which one? Be nice if Nikolaus had a ground type move. Not be that bad. They will close the kitchen in 3 hours just for you to do it again? Because of my stupidity. Oh, this is gonna take forever now, isn't it? Might switch out. Wow, you got a crit. Today I realized you can no longer share from Switch to Twitter ever since it changed to X. You can still share on Facebook though. Oh right, since Elmo Musketeer whatever bought the site and made it even more wretched, even though I thought that was impossible. That doesn't work anymore. And I used to put some Switch clips on Twitter, but I guess that's not possible anymore. Scratch you to death. Come on. Just one more. And don't parahax. No, I just said don't parahax, Nikolaus. Come on. And this... Soon I get my credit card off the bank and it won't work. My dad talked to me and gave me a slap on the face 3 times. What is that story you're telling us, animator? I'm not a fan of parents striking their kids, even... I mean... That's just... Violence isn't an answer. And that is definitely abuse. But then again, the toaster thing... What am I even supposed to say at that? So, James, did you like Bremen? I assume you are back from your, from Bremen and you're back in your hotel. And then, is it tomorrow where you will fly back to the UK, back home again? Okay, I'm gonna save here. I think I'm gonna lose that battle because I'm underleveled. Because I was way too distracted in with getting shinies. How can you blame me, of course? Sorry if I missed anything. I was AFK for a couple of minutes, but I sent what I mean on WhatsApp. Okay. Ah yeah, that is definitely not possible anymore. But while you were AFK, I was asking you how Bremen was. Did you like it? Yeah, there you are. I think he's gonna win, but let's just try. That's why I saved before. Oldest trick in the book. Knils. Alright, that's maybe doable. Let's use Yon. And that music is just so good. Hoenn. Again paralyzed, you poor thing. This has been the 5th time already, or what? I stopped counting because it's... Oh no. Oh wait, does that... Because I have that, the ability where if you use a drain move on the Pokemon, that will cause you harm, but I don't know if it counts for Leech Seed. I've never actually seen that happen. It does! Yep, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Get wrecked. Alright, what does he have? I think he has a... or I might have the Emerald team in my head. Oh yeah, he does have that. Oh jeez, I don't have anything against... Got back at the hotel at 20. I don't feel bad that I didn't stay as long as I wanted. Okay, that's hurting everyone. That's actually very good. Oh no. Oh crap. That is super effective. Rip. Okay, yeah, that's not starting out great now, is it? Let's do that for a crit chance. What's it called again in English? Oh, and his attack missed. Wow, that got really lucky. More luck than intelligence here. Come on, crit, crit, crit. Oh boy. How much does that do? Oh, that does so... Oh, okay, he got a crit. Come on. Look at... Come on, Gustavo, let's do it. Kick, kick. Kick hard as hard style. No, it's gonna go wrong. Oh, well. Rip Gustavo. Maybe I can still pull it off with one of them. I don't think so. Do I even have revives? I should have used quick attack, but this works out fine as well. And then I get a crit, of course, when the enemy's health is... Well, that's gonna give me tons of experience. Oh, I might win this! And yes, his German name is Brix, which is horrible. I don't know who... That's like a tragedy, you know? When parents just give their kids horrible names. Okay, yeah, I win this. Without even preparing for it, really. Well, here we go. And another level up, nice. Wonderful. Didn't stay for as long as I wanted because I got refunded for half the trip when the first train got cancelled, yeah. At least that. But it's a really nice city, flying home tomorrow. Alright, when will you fly home again? Because, you know, I'm the mom friend. I'm probably gonna ask you to text me if you landed safely. It's already been a week for you in Germany. Time really flies, doesn't it? And in a couple of days it's gonna be July. So half of 2024 is already over. Jeez, I kind of don't want to process that. But my mom was right, it's just getting faster and faster and faster. Oh, the joys of logarithmic time perception. But that's just the way it is, I can't change it and I'm not gonna do that, so... You'll probably miss Germany then again? Well, hopefully you had a good time and hopefully that weird antisocial person that you met there didn't give you too much stress. Flight home is at 15 and then I have 3-hour train ride home, but at least I have Sunday at home. Okay. At least you have that, definitely. When the 1st of July is Monday, which is nice. Yeah, that's also true. Alright, I want to get to a new route so I can shiny hunt. I don't know if me just... I mean, it's been an hour almost of streaming and I haven't shiny hunted yet. Of course, this is also just me playing this game while only using shinies. So I do have to level up again, and I mean grinding is pretty boring in these games, at least to watch someone grind. And another trainer challenges me. Let's see, what does that guy have again? Oh yeah, well, first already very good for my Schlupuk. Hopefully not getting paralyzed again today. I forgot at what point of the game you get dig, because that would be good to have on Nikolaus. Not just as a move in battle, but also as a move to get to a Poké Center quickly. Alright, that was pretty easy. 2 one-shots. And you're level 20 now, nice. Wonder what I should name the blue dude. So I have a good name. And I see her, she should have seen me come. I think I might just stay in the hotel tomorrow. Check out is at 12. I hate to tire myself out before I get to the airport. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, can you use a psychic move or not? I'm just gonna use Yawn. Oh, you can use hidden power? Pfft. Jeez, what a noob you are. At least if you're gonna use hidden power, at least use a move that's super effective. Blue dude is rolled. Just because he's blue, just like rolled, really? Even got a crit yet, it didn't really do anything. A blue stomach. I don't know. What would you call a blue stomach? It's gonna stay blue as well through the evolution. Yeah, he will. Go, Nikolaos, use your bug attack and finish this quickly. There we go. I do take suggestions for nicknames though. I'm not really that creative when it comes to naming, I would say. But rolled, I don't know. I would rather call a shiny penguin Pokemon in the future. I would rather call that rolled. That would make more sense. If it's a male, of course. And you won't let me flee? Just to scream in my face? Leave me alone. Imagine just a bird blocking your way and just screaming in your face. That's what's happening right now. And you don't want to let me go. Alright, I think I'm gonna just catch you because it appears that on this save file I do not have a Wingull registered in my Pokedex yet. So I'm just gonna use Yawn and then weaken it, catch it. Not gonna use it because that's against the rules of the playthrough. I don't want to stress that I might have forgotten anything. Also, I tried Granini grapefruit juice today. Cost me €6 and it's disgusting. I don't take anything grape juice simply because it has a nasty side effect that a lot of people are unaware of, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Maybe some of my viewers either viewing or watching right now or clicking on the video later. But if you take medicine, any kind of medicine, and you also take grapefruit juice, there's terpenes in grapefruit that can suppress a lot of medication that you're using. And that's a problem, especially if you're in my case and you use oral contraceptives. So that would give me a nasty surprise maybe that I'll become pregnant just because I've got too much grape juice that day. So definitely not a good idea. I avoid it as much as I possibly can. And not just because of that. I mean, I also don't like grapefruit that much. I think it's too much, you know. But usually Granini does really good stuff. I really like their juices. It's high quality German juice. Oh geez, and multiple ambulances outside. Oh, and firefighters too, has it? Sounds like, oh boy, what's happening? Always when I see them, either when I'm on the streets or just walking by, I always cross my fingers and say, good luck. I know, the grapefruit, I know what that is. It's a very specific type of fruit, I know. I know what grapefruit is. We also have that. The Germans call it Granatapfel, which is also very funny if you think about it. It's like Granate means basically... What do you call the weapon again, where you, it's a round weapon where you pull off a metal part and then you have to throw it? A grenade. Oh yeah, grenade. How stupid. Well, brain. I'm not braining today as it seems. But, it's basically grenade apple in German. That's a very funny translation, at least literal translation, but that's what they call it. I did understand what you were trying to say, no worries. Forgot the name, but Wildwood had an angry penguin who got mad at me for stealing coconuts or something. Oh, that could have been Hopper. My husband really likes Hopper. Tried Granini's apple and mango, which was really good actually. Oh yeah, Granini does good stuff, definitely. Granini is definitely high quality. Or, what's the other brand called that you might also try to get into? Hoest C. It's written Hohes C. So a high C, as in the letter high C. That's a brand of juice in Germany, and it's really good. So good, in fact, you usually don't get it in Luxembourg and also not in France. And when I cross the border to shop in Germany, I'll definitely buy it just so I can have it. It's worth it. I only bought the grapefruit stuff as it was the only option that wasn't sparkling. Yeah, if what you asked me before on WhatsApp, the Apfelschorle thing. Schorle is, as I understood it, is basically not fizzy drink, but it's just a fizzy juice. I'll type it in the chat as well. Hohes space C. High C. It means high C. I think the C is a reference to the vitamin C. At least I think it is, and maybe it's also a kind of a meta pun joke because a C is also a note in music. No, you don't give me anything this one. I do remember one NPC here giving you something. Is that you? No, you just you're talking about being on the news. Watching 4 more bots while eating. Thank you, Arch, but I don't think, well, until now it doesn't seem like there are that many bots here. Okay, I'm gonna buy 5 more Great Balls because I'm gonna need it. Plan to get some granini to take home. No, it's definitely worth it, but maybe not the grapefruit thing. But then again, I'm just not a fan of grapefruit in general. I'm going to sleep. Alright, Animator, thank you so much for stepping by. Saying it again, stopping by. And... oh yeah, that's him. He gives you the HM. Okay. And then, yeah, see you next time. Have a good night. I'm baking while watching. Ah, really nice. What's on the menu today, Amit? And if you wanna post a picture of that, then in the Discord channel, just go ahead. And finally, I'll get a bike or bicycle. Yeah. I want not the Mac bike, at least not for now. Unwritten Arch rule: will respect everything and support you with everything you do as long as you support me and be kind. That's just a golden rule, basically, Arch, but yeah, that's a very good rule to live by. Alright, now I can do the memory thing and hit select and it actually works. Finally. Oh, waffles, nice. I bet they're very tasty. Just gonna annoy some NPCs. Some of them give you stuff. Not him though, he's just a NPC that always changes when you do the in-game statistics trait thing. And he wants to fight that. At least I'm very... I think he does. I actually forgot his name in English. Why do they keep changing the names in the different languages? Because that just makes me more confused. Because is it Wallace? I mean, in German it's Heiko. I'm pretty sure he's not called Heiko in English. But you know, it's a green-haired shy dude who catches a Ralts. Oh, you wanna fight with me? Okay. Unwritten Arch rules too. Well, Wednesday becomes for intercourse always. Okay, you don't have to follow that rule, at least not. I'm not forcing you to do that, but sure, okay. Interesting. Oh, that's gonna hurt, or is it? Ah, yeah. Alright, unfortunately my Pokemon pretty... No, they suck. I do have amnesia though, so I'm gonna stand up a bit. Child's name is Wally. Ah, Wally it is. Thank you, Arch. And he's a double team spammer? Oh god. How horrible. Jeez, I've also gotten the worst kind of RNG again in the battle facility. You just have to calm yourself. Okay, one shot and then that would have been it. Oh, okay. Ah. Okay. That just happened. Yada yada yada. Not like a lot of my... I think none of my viewers right now can even read the text. Yes, that was me accompanying him with its first Pokemon catch. Alright, finally we are at Route 117, so we can finally do what we're all here for, the shiny hunting. So let's go, 117, what will this game give me? Rosalia, can I get one? Oh yes, I do. Alright, starting out pretty good. But I will have to battle a bit first, so that the trainers here don't move around too much. And I also get a bit of experience, which I'm gonna need. And I'm gonna get cash, which I desperately need, just like in real life. Oh, James, are you still there? Because I wanted to know what the weather is like in, wait, no, for you. In Germany right now, where you are at, in Hamburg. Because in Luxembourg it's been 28 degrees if you look at the weather app, but that's BS because it's been much hotter. It feels like 30 degrees. And that's gonna continue for tomorrow, and then apparently on Sunday it's gonna rain and crash down to 20 degrees, and I just know I'm gonna get a headache out of that. But I don't know why I have to be cursed with some very strange genes. That one has a Doduo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna do this. Capital C rather than high C. No, it's just called Hoest C. I know it's weird, but that's just the brand's name. I also asked myself why is it called like that. But that's just how it's called. I can show you if you like, but it's definitely like that. I also don't know what the name is referencing. I think it's the vitamin, but if you look at this, if you can open that link, you're gonna see how it's pronounced, or not pronounced, excuse me, written. Bremen was boiling today. Oh, so it's boiling everywhere basically right now in Europe. No, not everywhere, but apparently next week's gonna get much chillier, and with much chillier I mean like 10 degrees difference. Still pretty good weather, but not as warm as now. Horse means high. Yes, it's a conjugated word though. So hoch means high, but it's because it's AC, it's das C, and das C gets conjugated as hohes C, if that makes sense. Because that's just how the German language works. Didn't rain at all. But yeah, that's what it's called. I always was, as a child, when I saw the ads for Horst C, I was like, why is it called, like, why is that the name? But it just is, and just accept it at this point. What else can you do? And Schlupok here is definitely owning a lot of my competition. Oh, he's not German, but he's a Brit, but he's in Germany. And yeah, I mean, I don't think he's watching the football games. But they are definitely happening in Germany right now. And it's very annoying because, in a way, I mean, I don't have anything against football fans enjoying their games. But for some reason, the German government thinks that it has to be very, like, it checks the borders now very often. And that's very annoying if you're just, like me, a Luxembourger who sometimes crosses the border to buy something that you don't get in Luxembourg. And then there's traffic jams around the border because they do they control people. They just check who's entering. I don't know if that really does help them. They're doing it against terrorism, but I do think that if any terrorists are planning or plotting to do anything, I think they're already in the country. As grim as that might sound, but alright. That boy, unfortunately, I can't make him stop moving, but I can make her stop moving. I'll just beat all the trainers on this route. And then I'm gonna go for the shinies. So, Rosalia. No Meryl, unfortunately, alright. What about... Oh, well, Oddish I already have. No Oddish. Oh. Illumise? No. Volbeat? No. What about Surskit? Oh, I mean, I already have a Surskit, to be fair. So I only get Rosalia and Zigzagoon. Is that it? So Zigzagoon, that is this one. Rosalia, that is this one. What's slot 11? Surskit, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, this guy also gonna wanna battle. Is England playing tonight? I know that the football thing had a pause or a break of two days. But I think they're starting again, aren't they? I don't know if it's today or not. I forgot. No, that just makes it much easier. Just spam Ember and be done with it. Little Gustavo definitely does need some leveling up. I barely did anything. Alright. Actually don't know if England is playing tonight. Then again, I've never really been that much interested in football. Yeah, that's fair. That question was for Ahmed because he does know about football. Right, more money. That's always good. And sure, you can also battle me and then can finally start some RNGing, right? That's what we're here for. Okay, so gonna go for the Rosalia first. And you put that in the Eontimer. And this guy is a breeder, so of course he's gonna have a full team. But that's also why the trains had so many problems, I bet, James, because There's a lot of, like, millions of people just entering Germany right now to watch the games. Or maybe not millions, but thousands definitely. And I think that might have been a good explanation as of why Hamburg or Bremen is just so full, chock full of people. Or just Germany in general. I've definitely seen a lot of people here now. Like more than usual when I went to Germany. Right, a Fifian, or also a Puccina in English. That name I do know in multiple languages. Not that that's really something to be proud of, I guess, but oh well, there you go. What's the last one? Makuhita, okay. Ember. It doesn't one shot. And you get a crit. Oh, I meant to hit another move, but oh well. Now you still have that, Zigzagoon. I mean, I could also go for a very early Zigzagoon. That's all I can get on this route. Rosalia and Zigzagoon, kind of disappointed. But oh well. Finally, now we can start the RNG hunting. But let me get that item here as well. There we go. Oh yeah, a revive, that's always a very good thing to have. And then yeah, let's go. Like 1 hour 22 minutes into the stream and we finally start some shiny hunting. But to be fair, this is not just shiny hunting, this is basically me playing through the game using shinies only. So let's see what I'm gonna get. And luckily the frames that I target are very low, so the square ones I'm gonna get like slightly above a minute, and the other ones are even below a minute, really short, so should be pretty quick about that. This is Rosalia, Surskit, I don't know if I could go for it still, yeah, I guess. 1011, that's really low. Let's see if I hit the frame correctly. First time. And then what else? We can have the Whismer in Rustarf Tunnel. Yeah, that's a Ilamise. Oh, I still have Gustavo in front. Well, it's not that much of a problem. But I actually do want to have the... I keep forgetting the English name now for some reason. Schlupok on my... as my first, because it can use Yawn, and that's definitely gonna come in handy. But I do really need to train the other guys. I mean, they're really bad. Zigzag, not really. He's more of a glorified HM user at this point. Quartz Cuts, I don't know. I don't really need a... Do I really need another normal type? I guess not. Definitely need a good grass type in my team. That would be great. And Nikolaus definitely needs to get leveled up since it knows False Swipe. It can learn False Swipe at a certain level. I think it was level 21, but I could be wrong. Alright. No, that's not what I want. Let's try again. Luckily the frames are very low, so I mean, 65 seconds, that's not a long wait. Yeah, I guess I could go for the Zigzagoon, why not? And the other one. So now I'll set it just like that so that people aren't confused, like, why does it say Zigzagoon here and I'm hunting for Rosalia? Yeah, these, well, except for attack, but and maybe speed, but look at these IVs. I mean, in that tutorial in the beginning, I did show how I went about on getting something like this, but yeah, this is not too bad, you know? 30 HP, 31 defense, 30 special attack, 31 defense, so perfect defense IVs, and it's a square. So if you... Definitely interesting if you put these shinies into Sword and Shield. Okay. Had an idea to present my friend a GPU at his wedding, but he delayed it because of COVID and then later decided wedding is expensive and decided to live without it. Alright, that's how things change sometimes. His PC became old waiting for GPU, or poor PC. I mean, sure, you don't have to have a extravagant wedding if you don't want to. Always tell people it's better to just the wedding, do it like what do you want, and not do the wedding for others, do it for yourself and your partner, of course. Hope you don't mind me saying, but I know you're Luxembourgish, but your accent always sounded German to me. But I think that's because you don't really know... I mean, most people don't know how a Luxembourgish accent sounds like, and honestly, when Luxembourgers speak English, they do sound very German, yes. But, I mean, both languages are very close to each other. If I spoke Luxembourgish, if I do speak Luxembourgish very slow, Germans usually can understand me somewhat. So I'm not surprised. And also the way we pronounce things are very similar. So yeah, if a Luxembourgish person speaks English, well, I kind of hear that. I can make the difference discern if it's a Luxembourgish accent or a German one. But then again, if you're a Luxembourger, you know what to look out for, right? For a Luxembourgish accent. And most people on this planet don't even know that exists, so... Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Although, you have to hear some Luxembourgers out there speak, because they have much thicker accents than I do. I wouldn't say my accent is too thick, because if I were to speak like a usual Luxembourger says, he would speak no, not German, but English like this. And that would be very noticeable. Or just mispronounce things, because pronunciation in English language is a B. Not a bee, the insect, but you know, the itch, but with the B. The female dog. Realized while I've been in Germany that I can understand some German, I just can't speak it really well. I've been able to order off menus from staff who don't know English. Well, that's great, isn't it? You can, I mean, you're further along now than you were before, so there's definitely a progression happening. So be happy about that. Maybe one day you're gonna be able to speak German. I mean, you don't have to be super fluent in it. Like, I don't know, I am like C1 level. No one is asking you to do that, but maybe B1 level. Definitely achievable. That's what I'm looking to get for my Italian now. At least that's how I function when it comes to learning languages. Once I reach a B level, so for those, maybe I have to elaborate that. For those, not everyone knows what these language levels are. But when learning a language, there's 3 levels: A, B, and C. A is for beginners, B is for intermediate speakers and listeners, and C is basically, that's C is what I would say that guy is fluent in a language if you reach the level C. And usually these levels are subdivided into A1 and A2. So A1 is really the absolute basics. That's what my Italian is. I don't know, I can say buongiorno, come stai, or buonasera. Mi chiami Jana. It's mi chiamo. Sorry, that's grammatically correct, not mi chiami. And some things like that, but that's very simple stuff. Like I can actually, my reading comprehension is better in Italian. But usually how things go, I learn reading first and then writing and then speaking. For some reason, speaking comes last for me. That's just how my brain works, but that would be A1. A2 is a bit more advanced, but still beginner level. Then B1, B2, I mean, same logic there, just for the intermediate level. And if I would go to another country, like immigrate there, I would at least want to be able to speak at a B2 level, because otherwise I would feel completely lost. But yeah, with a B1 you can already get around very good in a tourist setting, especially. So that's the level, the language level. So my English and my German would be C1. I wouldn't say C2 is like native speakers, even though I could converse even about very complex topics. I would never say C2. I don't know, it feels wrong to me. But at least if you reach C1, that's where I say, okay, if you reach C, that's when you're fluent. Because someone who knows C, not the programming language of course, but the person who reached the C level of speaking or comprehension in the language, that's where you can not only understand text and understand what other people are saying and you can converse with them, but that's the point where you can read studies or very complex, heavy things, texts that are more intricate, and you understand them. With a B level, that's very hard. What confuses me is I saw Kasse Brezel as in cheese brezel, but when I say Kasse under a bathroom sign. Oh, Kasse Brezel. No, Kasse is something else. That's not cheese. Cheese is Käse. Kasse is like the where you pay for your stuff. That's a Kasse. I saw Kasse under a bathroom sign. Sometimes the Kasse is very close to the bathrooms in Germany. Sometimes that just doesn't mean that there's a checkout in the bathroom, although that would be very interesting, but I doubt that's the case. Do you know anything about solo search Oxford libraries online? I've come across it during my my computer science thing. Have plans to be a student somewhere in Europe? But war don't let me leave the country. Yeah, that's just, it sucks so much. And I want to access these libraries in the name of knowledge. How the hell can I get access? I think, oh yeah, what was that again? I think you need to have to contact them. And then I think you need to sign a NDA clause. And then you can use the libraries. But then again, I could be mixing up that library with another one. I think you should be able to have access online though. In the name of knowledge, I definitely understand that. The prodigal son me returns. Welcome back, Kaiser Kamazin. I've reached route 117 and we're shiny hunting now, finally. Alright, 5 seconds remaining. Still get my words and pronunciations confused, like I've been saying Danke when trying to apologize to people. Or that maybe someone just got that way wrong and that's why someone was angry with you. I don't know, could be. But yes, Danke is thank you. Or thanks. Just look at the word Danke and then it kind of looks like thanks. At least the A, N and K, they're the same. And that's how maybe you can you can bridge them. And that's something awesome. If you are a polyglot, bridging, as I call it, that's not an official term, that's just wonderful. That's how my Italian learning, like my husband and I, we have an easier time because we know French. And so many grammar rules or just the way verbs are conjugated and other words that share the same Latin root or Roman root, you know. You can infer or link if you know it in French, you can kind of guess how it's gonna be in Italian, and I call that kind of bridging. And if you can do that, you definitely start to learn new languages even faster. So that's something you can use to your advantage. So with the danke and thanks, you can actually bridge. Because you know, okay, danke, D and TH kind of similar, and A and K. You can kind of do the bridge in your brain. Danke, thanks. Thanks, danke. Danke, thanks. Thanks, danke. Say that 5 times. And then every single day, and you're gonna definitely remember it. How the hell can I get access? Yeah, I just looked it up on my phone, and it seems like I cannot get access as well. That is weird. Have you tried emailing someone, some important person from that online library? Because usually these people are very happy if you write them an email, and if you explain your situation, usually they, especially yours, I think they're gonna help you. At least they should. I'm a huge proponent of data or just libraries being free for everyone. Online as well. Information should be easily shared. There's actually a religion like that in Sweden. No, I'm not a religious follower of that religion, of course, but it is interesting how that somehow spawned a religion. Technically, there's checkouts in bathrooms in Germany when you have to pay to pee, which again, I will never understand that. The thing is, you pay. I know it's annoying, and I'm not too much of a fan either, but you pay the cleaning ladies that work there. That's what you do. You give them additional income. There are a lot of free books, but there are a lot of interesting ones that need authorization. Yes, that's definitely true. Thank you for the information, maybe useful. Yeah, hopefully that works. Always and that's also a good tip, when I wanted to find a study and I just couldn't find it, or it was locked behind a paywall, and I mean, I was too broke to buy a subscription of 80 euros for studies. What I did was I just emailed the author of the study and I asked him if I could have a copy. You know what the success rate of that was? 100%. Not a single researcher has not sent me his study. Not a single one. If anything, they act like they have a fan or something, and they're like, "Oh wow, do you really care about my study? I'm so happy here." And some even gave me meta studies on top of that and more reading material, which was amazing. So yeah, just try to email some scientists. They are very happy to receive your email, and they are super happy if they just see people being interested in receiving such material. Trust me, it never failed me. Never. And I don't think it's gonna fail you. Discovered a store called Opti in Bremen, which is like a mini IKEA. And the lady who takes money at the bathroom walked away for a few seconds, and that's when I went, so I finally got to pee for free. Ah, that strategy, I see. Yeah, that works, I guess. I know it's annoying if you have to pee, to pay to pee. Pay to pee, pee to pay, yeah, you know. But a trick that you can do in European countries where that is the case, go to the toilet in stores, or go to the toilet in restaurants, because there you usually don't have to pay if you are a customer. That's what I do when I'm in European cities, like that do that, where you have to pay for the toilet. Come on, where's the shinies? There's a lot of free books, but there's a lot of interesting... Oh, I already read that. Why does that keep happening to me? Don't forget about the hidden D in thanks. Ah yes, the hidden D in thanks. The thanks. Oh yes, my bad, you don't pronounce it. Or do you? In your new English, Professor Kaiser Karmazin, in your new English, is it pronounced? The D in thanks? Do you actually pronounce that? Yeah, that I'm not gonna be able to read that. In Ukrainian, sounds close to danke and thanks. Can't find a way to write it in Latin transcription how it sounds. Hang on, I can copy it and put it into Google Translate. And usually it has a function where you can actually listen to it.
Дякую.
Dakuyo?
Дякую.
Dakuyo? Is that correct? Yeah, it does sound a lot like danke. Definitely. I do wonder where thanks and danke, they definitely have some kind of root, as all the, or almost every word does. I think there's only very few languages that don't share a common root. I think Finnish and some other languages, and then that's it. All the others do have a common, like a family tree that they share. Actually assume it was free in that store. It wasn't until I walked out and she came back. Did you know about Opti already? Yes, but that's one of these stores that I only saw while driving on the highway and driving past while driving through Germany. So I never was in an Opti before. D should be shoved, but Europeans can't pronounce it. Ah, okay. I don't even know if you, like, I clicked it on Google Translate. I don't know if you heard the AI voice pronounce it.
Дякую.
Dakuyo. Soft D, that's hard to pronounce. Oh, come on, where's the shiny? It's getting pretty annoying. Where are my shinies? Professor Kaiser Karmazin. I could get used to that. And yes, this hidden D is pronounced, so it's sort of like thanks. Oh, jeez. Yes, we heard, sounds nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not gonna spam that sound anymore, but okay, so that's what that let's say interesting character that I... So it's a soft D then? I learned something new. Since I'm unable to read that alphabet, of course that's when I still remember when you first entered. And my live stream was like, oh, I can't read that name. But I do remember pasting your name into Google Translate just so it could tell me how it's pronounced. I wonder what human name is. He also has very interesting things about his native language sometimes. I hope he's doing good. And yeah, that stupid beeping noise, I still can't get rid of it. I don't understand why it's there in the first place. And I don't understand why there's no shinies as of yet. Come on. Come on, game. Or at least come on, brain. I think that's a better way of saying it. At least it's me doing the RNGing. Man, I am one hell of a mood. So work is slow, I take it, and you still have a very specific mood. Should be interesting. Alright, 5 seconds. Come on, I want at least one shiny to appear. No, still nothing. Let me see, can I... maybe not Monday night, but... see if I can stream a bit more often. If not, I mean... yeah, more episodes of the Shiny Only Challenge on Ruby. Because I did not touch that game for a month or so. Then I can actually advance a bit. Of course, the Wild Wednesday is gonna happen as well, and the Safari Saturday and Safari Sunday. And then on Sapphire, I can actually get around to finally maybe doing that Reggie challenge that I wanted to do. So basically me, can I get all the Reggies in one stream? As in shiny, of course. That would be interesting. I still have to find a very good date for that challenge. Come on, I want a shiny. But yeah, it's a stream that I plan on doing. Already discussed it on, or at least I said that I was going to do that on the on my Discord channel or server, where I'll basically, it's the shiny Reggies again, but this time I'll try to get all the shiny Reggies in one stream. That'd be interesting. And they'd all be square ones, so yeah, I'll definitely try to get a good date for that. And then also, of course, the Kyogre, that's also gonna be very interesting. Especially, it's a modest Kyogre, and it's a square Kyogre. Not only shiny and modest, which is a very good nature. So I'm gonna definitely looking forward to that, but I'm not gonna battle it much. I'm just gonna throw a Master Ball at it and then call it quits, because I mean the ball already is very fitting, color scheme wise, and yeah, then that will, maybe it will be a very short stream, maybe not. Definitely not as long probably as the Groudon one, since The hard part is actually catching the damn thing. These legendaries are really hard to catch, especially Kyogre and Groudon. But, I mean, if I just throw a Master Ball at it, that's gonna be very easy. Basically, the moment it appears is the moment it's mine. Because I have a Master Ball. Also traded a Master Ball over to this cartridge. Oh, Rosalia! You don't look like a Rosalia. What's this? Tesla autopilot leads driver onto active train tracks after mistaking it for a road. Jeez. That's very scary. And people drive with that. It's just insane. I mean, I would not trust any autopilot ever. I don't even really trust humans behind the wheel. How am I gonna trust AI? Even humans are very stupid behind the wheel. AI is gonna just reiterate its stupidity. Especially with the way AI is going now. I'm not anti-AI in principle. Just the way it's used and the current system that we have, it's just not a good combination. Oh, and it just eats up so much energy. Which, we already have an energy crisis. Why are we doing that? Why are we not just saying, no, you can't have that tech, Rose. Stop. Oh, James, what are you gonna fly back with? I forgot, did you take Ryanair for Germany or not? Because you said it was a good idea to use Ryanair because they charge much less. To be fair, it is a cheap airliner. So there's that. I'm using Yawn here as well. Excuse me for that. Oh, it's already 23? What? Whoa. What just happened? Time just flew by so quickly. I'm still stumped when it happens. Like, it's not like that's the first time it's happened in my life, but that's just how it goes. Come on, I want the shiny Rosalia now. It's a very nice shiny after all. And, no, well, that's a Rosalia. Ryanair, yeah, alright. Just let me quickly do a test capture attempt. I mean, I already have one in luxury balls. What else should I use? What could fit? I mean, Master Ball, yes, but I mean, that's a bit excessive. Maybe something else, a Premier Ball, maybe. I do have a Master Ball that I've traded over, but really for that, I don't know. Just works out fine with a Premier Ball. At least this did. I know exactly why I'm in such a mood after thinking about it. I'm definitely developing feelings for someone. Oh, I see. And that always gets me acting weird. No, that's... I hope just that it's a person that is a good fit for you. Because if it's not, well, it definitely complicates things. No, it's alright, James. I just talked about what Pokeball should I use for the Rosalia, that's it. I'm sorry to read that, Kaiser Karmazin. Except if it's a good fit, then I'd be happy for you. If that would work out for you, you'd be in a happy relationship. Alright, let's see. Come on, Rosalia. Okay, that is one, but I want a shiny one. And Eontimer just stopped working, okay. Why does that always happen? Okay, let's try again. There we go. Should work like this. No, it's so warm in my room right now. At least outside it's cooled down, but because there's machines like computers and screens and my console and my husband's stuff as well, you know, like electric appliances definitely heat up the room. That's just thermodynamics, and I'm really feeling it right now. And later, I mean, I did close the windows because the neighbors were so freaking loud today. But yeah, I'll definitely open them again when I'm done because, phew, getting warm. I'm not sure if it's going to be a good fit. They remind me a lot of that person I told you I cut out of my life a few weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, I don't know if they are like that person or if they just remind you of said person. Those are two different things. I mean, you know that, obviously. But hopefully it's just that they remind you of said person and they are not like said person. At least for your sake, I do hope that is the case. Oh jeez, I don't know if I could cope with that. Like, if I didn't have my husband now, trying to find a partner, falling in love with the wrong person. Oh jeez, I don't know if I could deal with that right now. That's just such a emotional mess. It just takes so much energy out of you. But unfortunately that can also happen if you've been trauma bonded with someone and then just that person being abusive, you sometimes unfortunately tend to fall or develop feelings for such people. That really sucks. It's been something that I've noticed in a lot of people and maybe also myself in some aspect, at least. Not saying my husband has any of these qualities. Luckily, he doesn't. That's why I put a ring on him, because if you have a man like that, you just keep him. He's mine. But the second crush that I had was very close to the first one that I had, and yeah, that was kind of a similar thing. I can think about these things logically, but my emotions cannot. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Imagine finding out you and your partner are related. Sorry, wrong time, what? I mean, yeah, that has happened to some people. And I cannot imagine what kind of conflicting emotions and stress you'd have to deal with. I mean, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. That has to be really, really horrible. Well, technically speaking, we're all related on this earth, but yeah, that's not what you were referring to, obviously. Come on, Shiny Rosalia, where are we? Where are thou? You have to come and get caught. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't have any suspicion that I would be related to my husband. Why would I? I have a family tree from my mother, who's Luxembourgish, and I've also done some research on his ancestry, and we do not share any common ancestors, even though his dad is Luxembourger and my mom is, and it's a small country. Maybe if you go back 12, 15 generations, then yes, but I mean, that is just something that is not a problem genetically speaking. But before I think about getting pregnant and having children, I'll definitely do a genetic test. As in to see, do I have any illnesses that I might pass on to my children, which I don't want. I don't think that's a good idea. If I have too many, I'd adopt. There's already too many kids out there who are looking for parents that love them. Too many children being born into this world unwanted. So there's no need of me making more. At least I do want to see how it feels like being pregnant, giving birth and all that. Just being a mother like that. But if the genes say you're gonna have a not so healthy kid, then no. At least I don't think that's the case. I don't have things like that in my family, luckily. Like no dementia, no Alzheimer's, no cancer, no diabetes, what else? No very dangerous autoimmune diseases. Like from no side of my family, like either side. So not from my maternal side, not from my paternal side. Well, except vitiligo or vitiligo, but that's not something that's problematic in my eyes. Was gonna ask how many generations it take for someone to be considered no longer related. From what I've read, it said 8. Like it takes 8 generations. But technically speaking, you could procreate with your cousin, and that would still be somewhat okay. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that if you're cousins, you're actually genetically distinct enough to produce healthy offspring. Even though I would still not recommend doing that, because your cousin, bleh. I don't know. That seems like something out of Sweet Home Alabama. If you know what I'm referencing, definitely wouldn't do that. But there was a time where marrying your cousin was completely legal and common. I mean, even Einstein did that. A lot of people don't know that. He did that, actually. He was married to one of his cousins at one point. But he was no good in relationships. He was apparently a serial cheater. And I mean, the letter, like every girlfriend or just relationship he had, he gave them a list of rules to follow. Which, okay, fine, but then he wouldn't follow the same rules. That's like, come on. Don't tell me you got a genius IQ, but you're too stupid to figure out that that's unfair and not really rational. But then again, I mean, the man is a product of his time, right? Back then, women just had almost no authority, and it was just thought that that was the way it should be. Not saying that's good. Definitely not a good thing. I'm actually pretty angry about that, because if that wasn't a thing, I'm very sure my grandma would have gone on to go study in a university and become a doctor like she always wanted to. She definitely had the intelligence for that. But, you know, she wasn't allowed to do that because she was a woman. And she was poor, so that's maybe even worse. Are we more sexist or more classist? That's actually a very good debate. Now here we go with the politics again. Without Kaiser Kamazin's help this time. He primed me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's kind of sad to think. I mean, my grandma was really intelligent. I mean, she didn't even finish primary school not because she couldn't cognitively, but because there was a war going on, you know, World War One, and they were so poor that, I mean, she was my great grandmother, so her mother died after giving birth to her because she unfortunately caught the Spanish flu, and she died. She succumbed to the Spanish flu, so my grandma was an orphan, and that's already like around that time, the 1920s. Being a woman, being poor, being an orphan, jeez, that's had to be super rough. And then also war going on later. Definitely wasn't an easy time to be alive. Still no shiny, what's up? England, you can legally marry and have kids with your first cousin. I wouldn't do it, but it's legal. Oh, it's legal in okay. In Luxembourg it's actually illegal, like they changed it. To my knowledge. I could be wrong, but I do remember hearing that it's illegal. Well, genetically speaking, it would be okay, but I still wouldn't do it. I mean, a cousin to me, that's my family. Like, I'm imagining myself, like, would I marry one of my cousins? Like, ew, no. Definitely not. Well, technically speaking, I do have a common ancestor with my husband because we both have blue eyes. And according to several studies, every single person that has blue eyes has somewhere along the line, down the line, a common ancestor. Apparently that is a genetic quirk that can be traced to one specific human thousands of years ago, even more, like I think hundreds of thousands of years ago. I don't remember the exact number, but there's definitely studies about that. But then again, that would be so many generations. Like, if you think that means we're related, then you'd only need to mate with people who come from a completely different, I don't know, completely different clan than what you are. I don't know, someone from an Aboriginal from Australia or something. Just a thing also, just way too many people having kids even though they shouldn't. As I always say, every child deserves parents, but not every parent deserves a child. I know this might sound a bit harsh, but I mean, look around. There's so many children being abused still to this day. People having absolutely no idea what they're doing. And any idiot can make a baby. That's actually very scary, isn't it? I mean, imagine. Oh, come on, where's the shiny? It's just really, that's something that also just frightens me. Like, just the knowledge that there's so many people being born into abusive households. And that's just happening constantly over and over again. That's really morbid again, but what else can I say? Phew, it's really warm in here. I'm surprised that you can do it in England though. I'm not sure if you are allowed to do it in France or Germany. But I mean, with Luxembourg, you have to say there's not many Luxembourgers in existence, you know, native Luxembourgers. So maybe being able to marry your cousin wouldn't be such a great idea. Eventually you'd have a, you know, a Habsburg problem. Sweet home Australia. What's that, a link? I just want a shiny, come on. Yes, you can marry your niece. Ew, what? You can marry your niece? That is very messed up. Is that for Australia? What a weird world we live in. I mean, back then, okay, was a different time. Even though, no, still not okay. I still shudder when I read that. You know, famous people like Einstein or others, when you read they married their first cousin, and I'm like, I wince. My Australian cousin sent this to me. Oh, okay. Friend, not cousin? Okay. I thought, because you do have family in Australia, don't you? I don't, at least not that I'm aware of. Speaking about genes and all that stuff and getting tested, I actually also wanted to test or like look where my family has gone to around the globe, you know. I definitely know that I think I already said that on stream before, but I'm gonna mention it again. I specifically know that I think that would be my great aunt, the aunt of my mom, back then. So my mom was born in the 50s, and back then when the Second World War started, that was before my mom was born. That aunt fled to America, specifically to Maryland, and I remember. I mean, they flew back to say hello to the family in Luxembourg, but I definitely know I have family there somewhere in Maryland. Maybe they're not in Maryland anymore, probably not. So I definitely have family somewhere in the US, and I also know that from my Italian side there's family in Brazil. When I go with my family name, there's definitely people in Brazil with that family name, and that is a very specific Italian family name that not a lot of people have. So anyone with that family name is basically related to me in some fashion. So I know that much, but I would like to see, like, where do I have family? Maybe I have great family members that I never knew of. I mean, of course that could also maybe entail that I have very toxic family members around the globe. Who knows, right? But I'm definitely interested to see if I can find them. And where else might I have family or blood relations? You know, except Italy, that's obvious from my dad's side. What's wrong, Eontimer? Are you getting tired? Okay, let's open you back up again. Oh, come on, where's the Rosalia? This is getting a bit ridiculous. Well. But yeah, James, don't you have family in Australia? I thought you told me that once. Could be wrong though. I could be mixing that up with something else. James, are you still there? If not, well, yeah. Happened to me recently, was watching a stream, well, lying in bed and then dozed off. Have family in Queensland and Brisbane, yeah. Ah, okay, yeah, so I was right. My Australian uncle and cousin came down in February. Oh yeah, so that was you. Alright. For your grandma's 88th. Oh wow. Yeah, whenever you get the chance of being with your grandma, seize it, because I would do so much just to have the chance of being with my grandma again. I mean, my maternal grandma died in 2005 and my paternal grandma, my nonna, my Italian grandma, died in 2011. And you know, I mean, I was a kid and I didn't know anything better, but looking back now as an adult, where they were with me or in the same house, and now I'm thought to myself, oh come on, you should have spent even more time with them. Now it's too late. So definitely do that. That would be my advice. Because I would do anything to have at least one conversation with especially with my maternal grandma. That's the one where I thought, I'm pretty sure that if she would be given the chance to study... Oh, there we go! Finally! Decided to show up. It took me way too long. Right, so first shiny. Then let's go for the second one. That would be a Zigzagoon, or should I... should I go for the Zigzagoon? Or should I go to another, like the Rust Turf Tunnel and... questions, so questions. I think I'll go for the Rust Turf Tunnel. Whismer. Same frame, actually. How much does that do? Not too much. Try and see my grandparents once a week. Granddad is going to be 90 in September. Oh wow, that's a good age. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna try and capture it. With the Premier Ball, let's see if that one holds it. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Shiny, square shiny Rosalia got caught. Wonderful. And it's the first one I get on the save file. Alright. Let's save immediately. Yeah, let's go for the... Or at least, yeah, let's go for the Rust Turf Tunnel. Or at least, no, wait. I did the thing with the trainers now, that they don't move and I don't advance my frames. I think I'm gonna stick to this route. Sorry for changing it again, but yeah, I'm gonna go for a Surskit now. I know I have one already, but I want a second one, just... I don't know why, I can't give you a good reason. And then I'm gonna go for a Zigzagoon. And that's unfortunately all these shinies I can get on Route 117. And after that, I'm going to try for some couple of others. And yeah, let's see, I'm gonna do this until I'm too tired to do anything. I mean, it's midnight soon, but I'm still not too tired. So should still work out fine. But yeah, what I was saying about my grandma, my maternal one would be the one where I'd be pretty sure that if she had the chance to go study something, she would become a doctor or some kind of scientist, because she... I mean, what kind of woman who doesn't even have primary education teaches herself trigonometry and successfully? You'd have to be somewhat intelligent to pull that off. It's definitely not an easy feat. And she knew so much about a lot of things. She was really well read and educated, but I mean, she was a nanny, cleaning, cooking lady, and something that doesn't exist anymore called a wet nurse for some rich architect in Belgium. That was one of her jobs that she had. And luckily that architect had a very large private library, and she was allowed to read there. And that's where she basically taught herself so many things. And when she was watching my brother and me, we talked for hours and hours on end, and I would always show her things that I had in my astronomy books. Especially, I remember the moments where I showed her constellations, and then she would say, "Oh, that's from the Greek myth of," and then she would explain me the Greek myth of Orion, or where the big, like the large bear comes from, Ursa Major, or Ursa Majoris. That's the large bear constellation. She would explain how that would, how that came to be, and she just would drop the Greek gods lore on me. She really had a very high interest in that. That was fun. I mean, we talked for hours and hours and hours on end. And for some reason with, I mean, I know why, but when it came to homework, she always could help me really well, considering that she, you know, couldn't finish, or wasn't allowed to finish primary school. Couldn't is the wrong word. I'm very sure she would be able to do that. But, you know, different times, war, poverty, being a woman, not easy. And yet, through all of that, she still manages to smile. And she was actually part of the generation that witnesses the war. You know, a lot of boomers are acting like they did in Europe, but no, they were born afterwards. Like after the boom, the economic boom. Right, let's see. Ah, there we go. There it is. Shiny Surskit. That was much quicker than the Rosalia for some reason. Yeah, let's continue hunting. Then the next one, the Zigzagoon, why not? That's gonna be very early. 1011, that's super early. Alright, if I'm not gonna attack with that one, better not be doing that. I don't want to cause, you know, that has happened on this, exactly on this cartridge where I crit one and then I had to redo the shiny. That was annoying. I think it was a, oh geez, that did more damage than I thought it would. I think it was a Surskit as well where I had that fail. That one I'm gonna try to get in a luxury ball. If it lets me, of course. I only have 2. I'm gonna have to clone more and transfer them over if I want more in this save file. I'm using Sweet Scent just like I have been doing. Okay, I'm just go. Oh, okay. F. Nikolaus. RIP, but you did your due diligence. I'm gonna make you fall asleep again. Very practical if I have a yawner. Someone who... Yawn is a very good move. That barely did anything, but still. Alright, let's switch you out. Now we have two of the same thing on the battlefield. Can you stop? There we go. Whoa. I was like, oh my god, don't crit, and I just before I could say that, I had a crit, but luckily nothing too bad happened. Okay, I have 8 luxury balls. My bad, I thought I only had 2. My mom just ordered pizza from where I work. Oh, there you go, caught it, wonderful. That's pretty funny though. So are you just gonna deliver it to her then? I guess so, right? I mean, she may be your mom, but she's a customer now. Give her some very good pizza. I don't know if you do the request where people say, can you draw something on the cardboard box? But that would be very funny. Oh, 16 seconds, that's very early. Let's see if I can pull that off. As in, can I get it? Can I get the Zigzagoon on this route? Okay, let's see. No, that's an Oddish. Yeah, 16 seconds. That's really... I mean, there's certain static encounters where you would be unable to get the shiny because that frame would be too low. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're looking for a good TID secret ID combo, maybe don't go too low, because just remember you need to give the game does need to take some time to start up. Like with now, I'm mashing the buttons, but still. That does take at least like 5 seconds. Or well, maybe 4 if you're very fast. Alright, let's see. Come on, Zigzagoon, I know you're here. Definitely know you're here. Now, that's a Zigzagoon, but it's not a shiny one. Try again. That's really weird, such a low... Really not used to that, actually. 16 seconds. Basically, you select the sweet scent, and you already have to get ready for the reset itself, or just the timing. Mash the A button. And with Emerald, this would be problematic because this message, the battery has run dry, just goes really slowly in Emerald for some reason. I don't even know why. But yeah, do keep that in mind. That's very important. Just don't go and take the lowest frame because you think, oh, that means easy shiny. Yes, but some, especially static encounters, or just if you fish, for example, that wouldn't be static. You couldn't, I couldn't fish any, like 16 seconds. I don't think I can pull that one off. That would not be possible. So that, none of these frames for any fishing, I don't think so. I don't think that's even feasible. And it's midnight, at least where I am. It is. Alright. Yeah, I don't think that would be feasible. Like, how would you do it? Kaiser comes in, imagine you get a tip from your family and your family asks you for the money you got from the tip. That would be kind of, I mean, come on. That would really be evil. And petty as well. But the sad thing, I mean, I'm laughing about it right now and it's kind of funny. But it's not funny if you remember that there's really people who are like this and would do that. I don't think Kaiser comes in, or I hope his mom is not like that. Come on, Zigzagoon. Yes. It's not a shiny though. For some reason, I always have trouble with this, like this frame, the very low frame. The 16-second one. Seem to miss the shiny frame on that very often. Maybe that's just my perception, which could be wrong. No, that's a Meryl. Friday night? No, it's not Friday. At least it's not Friday for me anymore. Yeah, so no stream today. At least no Safari Saturday. That's not, unfortunately not. No, I did a stupid thing. Don't do what I just did. That's not good. But yeah, no Safari Saturday today. Will not be able to do that. But on Sunday it will resume, and finally I'll be able to go, or I'll go to the new area. That would be area 5, with a lot of new Pokemon. Lots of new shinies that we haven't seen before. Especially, or more specifically, Johto shinies. I'm really excited for them. And then I think I could also go with area 6. Poor Nikolaus. Took one for the team. And then what the plan was, because with Safari Saturday and Sunday, I know still don't have every single shiny from these areas. But to make things more interesting and less boring, I thought to myself, why not go to area 5 and 6, and then the weekend after that, I go to 4 and 5. 3 and 4, and then I just alternate between these two, or 4 areas in the Safari Zone. That should be a bit more interesting. Then we see more variety, you know. So on New Horizons, when you got to work, I forgot to call the shop Primark, and Raymond, who opens the shop, says welcome to the fount of all trends. Primark quote, and yeah, I forgot about that. Primark is, well, I don't go there. I don't like fast fashion at all. That's yeah, I don't want to support fast fashion. It's not good. Not good for the environment. And I mean, it's just pure consumerism. Why do you want to buy a pair of jeans that's gonna be done for in about like 15 wash cycles? I wear my clothes until they literally rot from my body. Like literally, if I can't use them anymore, if I can't even stitch them up anymore, then I toss them. But what I'm doing now is I'm selling all of my more cheaper things, and then I'm going to invest in more high quality clothing, and then tend to keep those. So have less, but the things that you own should be higher quality. At least that's the philosophy that I'm living by right now. Now I know some of you guys may say I don't have one, but if you have a sin from the 7 sins, or what would be the nearest thing to it, but for me would be wrath. Good question. So, wouldn't be wrath for me. I'm not a wrathful person. Wouldn't be lust either. I'm not that horny. I'm not horny on main, definitely not. If I see how horny some people are, I think of myself as an asexual sometimes. I'm like, whoa. I'm nowhere near that, so I guess it's not lust either. What else? Gluttony. I mean, I'm not overweight, and I don't have diabetes or anything of the sorts. I am a sweet tooth, though, I have to admit. And I do like to eat stuff, as in to eat it, to enjoy it. What else? Envy? No, I'm not an envious person. Being envious isn't really nice either, and I used to be much more envious as a child, but I think that might be normal. Not at all anymore. Like I said before, like an hour or 2 hours ago, I'm doing a lot with journaling, self-reflection, and yeah, I've identified unhealthy patterns, and that's one of, I mean, no, it wasn't an unhealthy pattern that I had, but yeah, I'm definitely not in that branch. And if I would start to become an envious person, I'd definitely stop myself now. What else? So envy, not really. Wrath, no. Lust, no. Gluttony, until now, is the one that I would say the most. Sloth, I think that might be the one that I have to conquer the most. Not saying I'm lazy, but sometimes I do I choose to be in the comfort zone instead of changing something. I think that is maybe not ideal, I have to admit. What else? Luxury, that's, no, not luxuria, that's the Latin name for it. So what was it? Lust, wrath, envy, which no. Gluttony, oh, I'm stupid. Well, let's do that again. Gluttony, maybe a bit, although I'm not to an extreme extent because I'm not overweight. Never was, and hopefully never will be. What am I missing? A sloth, that's 5. Am I missing something? Yeah, I am, because there's 7. I should know them all because I've had deep dives into Christian theology. Okay, that was not... Let's do that again. Eontimer. There we go. What else? Sloth? Pride? Oh yeah, pride. No, I'm not a prideful person, luckily. So not that either. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Brain. Please brain today. Wait, lust? Lust, what else? Pride, envy, gluttony, wrath. Oh no, that's it, pride. Yeah, so I would say what I would come closest to would probably be sloth or gluttony. But the others really not. And I'm thankful for that. But I know this might sound very... I don't know, everyone can say that, it's very easy to say, but I wouldn't say I'm a very sinful person. Luckily, I have not fallen like that. Would you call CNA first fashion? Yeah, it is fast fashion. I do not shop there anymore. Like, I noticed it because my my husband has a t-shirt from there, and it's already starting to kind of come... Oh yeah, greed! Oh, how could I forget about greed? Am I greedy? Is it, like, greed is interesting because is it the hoarding of resources or too much spending? Because that was kind of what both what the Christians were trying to say with greed. It should do 6 bobs. There we go. I don't say I'm a greedy person either. I'm not hoarding anything. So yeah, if that answers your questions, Amand, I would say gluttony and sloth the most. The others, no. We used to have it in England, but it went bankrupt in the 80s. Well, good. Sorry if that sounds rude, but I'm really not a fan of fast fashion. I'm back, called work now and let them know I am sick. They tried calling my brother, but I just made an excuse that my brother is busy, as I don't want him being angry for having to replace my shift. Oh, your brother is there as well? Working there? Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have to... I mean, they have to have enough workers there so someone can cover your shift. But yeah, I mean, Kick, the place where you went, James, that's like one of the worst offenders for fast fashion. Their stuff is literally known to fall apart after a couple of wash cycles. And I'd never shop there. It's really low quality. And I mean, with such low quality in cloth, you know, where these workshops, or these sweatshops, not work, exploitative workshop maybe. You know, I don't wanna give those people money. A kick. K-I-K, kick. Like kick. As in kicking someone. But without the C. Kick. Keek. I don't know. They have a t-shirt mascot that's really creepy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got your white t-shirts, but don't be surprised if they break down really quickly, like after a couple of wash cycles. Come on, where's the shiny? Why do I always have that much trouble with these early shinies? Really do wonder. Come on. I think I'm gonna stream for, well, let's see, 20 minutes, yeah. Then I'm definitely going to bed because it's gonna get a bit late. Hopefully the beeping isn't too annoying for you. Yeah, so a shiny. Bought 2-pack of White West top for like €4. Didn't want to spend much and it was only for this week. Forgot to bring some from home. Yeah, but still. It's just, yeah. Try not to give those people too much money. And you're gonna get disappointed in the quality of the cloth anyway. Or not, I mean, maybe you get lucky and you get a good batch, but still. I have stopped shopping at places like H&M, C&A, Kick. Well, I never went to Kick anyway, but all these places, Primark. I don't buy clothes from AliExpress. I don't buy clothes from Shein or Temu. They're just so cheap. They're made in workshops where the workers basically have absolutely no rights whatsoever. And, I mean, it's just wasteful, you know. It's better to have clothes that you can have for a long time. That's why I invest into higher quality cloths right now. So I can have the things for longer. I always try to use the things that I have for as long as possible. Oh, Zigzagoon! Oh, shiny! Okay. Ah, there we go. I called you and you came. Wonderful. Alright. Took me long enough. So I got all the shinies from Route 117. Wonderful. What else is there now? Rustorf Tunnel. Then the other routes to the right. Well, I still need to surf or rod for those. I think Route 118 is kind of out of the question for now. And then there's Route 111 to the north. And I do have not Brick Break, the other HM move. Although I think I need a certain badge. At least I'm gonna find that out soon enough. In England, CNA is considered vintage and therefore highly sought after, and it's quite valuable here. Wow, you... Okay, that's gonna sound very snobbish, but really, Brits? You really think that is high quality? Stop headbutting me. My quick attacks all miss. Stop headbutting me! Come on. There we go. Oh boy. And another one down. Another one bites the dust. If my claws don't fit anymore, I toss them. Or if they don't fit anymore, I try, if they're in good condition still, either I give them to someone who really needs them, like some homeless people, or I sell them. Sometimes it depends on what it is. And yeah, got it. Zigzagoon has been caught. Nice. And let's save. I have a super dry wallet that I've had for 12 years and still going. Yeah, super dry is not low quality. It's not what I would call a high quality, but it's not low, like it's not trash. If that makes sense. There's still a difference. Bought a Levi's shirt once and it started falling apart after 1 month. Okay, that is very unusual. Usually Levi's things are actually okay in quality. At least that's what I thought it was. Right, this is Route 111. Let's see. Alright, can I teach it to someone? Zetrummerer. It's not Brick Break. I keep... There we go. Keep mixing these up. Brick Break is something else. Okay. I do need the... Unfortunately, I need the like the badge from here, I think, to be able to use Rock Smash. That's what it is. So let's go to the Rustorf Tunnel. Hunt for Shiny Wizmer, and I think then can call it quits for today. Alright. Oh! Okay, he wants to battle first, and let's do that. Yana posted horny as on main. I never do that, so... I'm so asexual when I compare myself to other people. It's insane. So definitely not a lusty person. Also, change of subject. Why do I keep seeing people going through the bins? I only happened in Germany and these people look quite wealthy. Oh, you mean thrifting? Oh, people just do it. Some people just do that, and that's kind of a-hole-ish, but they... Oh, jeez. Ouch. Almost got me there. But anyway, what I was saying was some just do that. They buy things like that in thrift store just to sell them at a profit, and it's really disgusting. But maybe those were those people. And I mean, looking wealthy, how can you determine that? Because it's not as easy to determine that sometimes. And people, when you say, oh, she had Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all that, well, it could be fake. And you get fake things like that if you don't know what you're looking for, if it's a fake or not. It can be really hard to determine. Right, going to head out. Thanks for the stream as usual. Well, thank you for being part of the stream, and see you next time. So have a good one. There's a brand called Charles Tyrwhitt that my granddad has shirts by, and he's had them half his life. Yeah, things were just built different back then. Nowadays, with capitalism and all that, they just build things as cheaply as possible to churn them out as quickly as possible to make as much profit as possible. That's a lot of possible, but yeah. Alright, let's go for the Whismer now. Right, so that's Rusturf Tunnel. There we go. There's only one Pokemon that you can get here, and remember, it's inside, so the delay is gonna be 268. So let's go for 2, why not? Because I can. So we saved, let's go. No, like trash cans. Oh, well, same thing actually. There's a lot of people just going through trash cans in hope that they find something valuable that they can sell. Or maybe they will, looking up, fund is written with a PF. And usually people that are looking for fund are very, like, homeless or really poor. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can you really tell if they're poor or not? Because I do think sometimes that's looks can be very deceiving, you know. My mom said Primark used to be really good quality when they first opened. I've heard the same thing, but I never went there. And then they turned into bad quality. And then I said to myself, well, no need shopping there now. No, is there? There's no need for me now. And actually a lot of clothes that I bought lately were almost all of them were secondhand. Oh, my little Zigzag had a item this whole time and I didn't even notice the pickup ability. But yeah, I don't know if you knew the thing about kick, but now you do. Lost gang, rise up. Sloth gang, rise up. Identify yourselves. No, I want a green-eared one. I can't check what item you have. I'd buy from Primark all the time when I was in school. They were really good quality and decadent. I think you mean decent ago. Decent a decade ago. But I have gone massively downhill since. Like almost everything nowadays. Wait, remind me the thing about kick again. Just don't buy a kick. It's trash. It's lowest quality you could ever or almost get. And they're basically, it's just sweatshop workers, and I don't want to give people like that money. It's just not good. And it's fast fashion. And it's not good for the environment. I mean, there's many points that speak against such shops. Yeah, that's what I was calling in sick. If I call in sick on Saturday, their first replacement is usually my brother. I see. Hopefully they didn't bother him. Oh, hey there, Kryto Skywaker. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Good like evening, Yana. How are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's pretty hot today. And well, the stream is nearing its end, but I did get some shinies. I did progress a bit, and yeah, I'm gonna stream again. Not on Saturday, but on Sunday. I'm gonna be back. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully, you are also doing good. Plan on streaming for another 5 minutes, and then I think I'm gonna say goodnight. Because it's almost midnight where I am. I'm honest, the beeping is kind of annoying. Yeah, it is, especially because, well, it's such a short reset, you know, it's 16 seconds. Hopefully, I mean, I can hunt for the longer one first. Yeah, let's do that instead. Let me save. You're gonna not hear the beeping as much. So that should be a square shiny one. Oh, a super trunk, which is a super potion, I think. I sometimes forget if it's super potion or great potion. Good, I just arrived home from work and also had a discussion about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth again. It's very hard to find the middle ground if you get people belittle you like a child. Oh yeah. Really not a fan of that happening. Mainly because it's early in the morning. Yeah, for you. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I switched to the 65-second frame. Then you're not gonna hear it as frequently as with the 16-second frame. But yeah, I definitely do need to hear it. I'm mainly, I mean, you can use the visual cue in Eontimer. You can also use the audio cue. I'm usually using both, but it's the audio cue that I'm using most, that I'm relying on most. Alright, 4 seconds. What do I get? Shiny? No. Alright. Oh, it's so freaking hot in this room right now. I really have to open the windows later. So yeah, I hope, Fiery Chameleon, that you can get some downtime for yourself to collect yourself. And don't blame yourself. Don't say to yourself, oh, and that's a bad thing. Like, no. No hard feelings. No belittling yourself. This is definitely completely understandable. And you just need time for that. So hopefully you don't feel bad. And hopefully that you'll feel better soon. Right, 5 seconds. Let's see. Okay. What do I get? Do I get a shiny? No. Okay. I think this is gonna be the last reset. Yeah. Then I would be streaming for 3 hours. I think that's a good time. Maybe on some days I could start streaming a bit earlier. But yeah, that is kind of a problem when you have an international audience and you yourself are in Europe, in Western Europe. Kind of have to juggle with the time. But especially for my Patreons, for my sponsors, if you have time slots that you would prefer, I do take that into account. Definitely. I would do that, definitely. If I can pull it off, that is. Alright, 10 seconds. Let's see if the last reset will yield me anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reason why I talk with a friend is because of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's intimacy score. You just have to choose the top option during dialogues with Tifa and Aerith and you get their score boosted. It sounds like it's really easy to do. So you just pick the first option. Plus you have to do certain side missions to boost their intimacy score. Same with Yuffie. Okay. I forgot that that game has something like that. And yeah, it's been 3 hours now. It's midnight, at least my place. And yeah, I'm still not that tired, but I still, I mean, it's better for me to go to bed now. And I mean, it's been fun. I'm glad to do the shiny only challenge again. And I'm trying to do that a bit more often now. I've kind of neglected it lately. And as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And see you hopefully next time. So goodbye, good night, and have a good one.